Our great hero, Ulysses said, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. এই মূল মন্ত্রকে হাতিয়ার করে যারা বছর পড়াশোনা করেছে, দীর্ঘদিন অপেক্ষা করে বসে আছে, তাদের চাকরি চাই, এই চিন্তা নিয়ে যারা প্রিপারেশন নিয়ে চলেছ, তাদের চাকরি এইবারই চায়, তাদের স্বপ্ন পূরণের উদ্দেশ্যেই আমাদের প্রিয় চ্যানেল স্যার অভিষেক বর্মন কথা দিয়েছিল প্রত্যেকটা চ্যাপ্টারে নিখুঁত প্রিপারেশনের জন্য মক টেস্ট প্রোভাইড করবে প্রত্যেকটা চ্যাপ্টারের উপরে। সেই লক্ষ্য পূরণের জন্যই আজকের মক টেস্ট অন স্ট্রেংথস মিটিং বাই উইলফ্রেড ওয়েন সেট 2। সেট 1 অলরেডি দেওয়া আছে, যারা দেখোনি তারা দেখে নেবে। ফুল মার্কস 30। আমি বলেছিলাম তোমরা কত মার্কস পাও তোমরা অবশ্যই জানাবে, নিজেকে জাস্টিফাই করো, নিজের প্রিপারেশন কোন জায়গাটায় অনেস্টলি পরীক্ষা দিয়ে আমাকে জানাবে। আমি কোশ্চেন্স বলবো, অপশনস বলবো, তোমরা এরই মধ্যে আনসার শিট রেডি করবে এবং কমেন্ট বক্সে অবশ্যই জানাবে। সো লেটস গো। ফার্স্ট কোশ্চেন, the poem transmitting is a or an options. Option A, war poem. Option B, anti-war poem. Option C, glorification of war. Option D, glorification of heroism. The strength meeting is a poem. Definitely. Option D, anti-war poem. The poem did not mention any kind of particular sentence or word that justifies the poem is anti-war poem. But after going through the text meticulously, you will definitely understand that the poem is nothing but an anti-war poem. Now, question number 2. The poem Strengths Meeting was composed in the year. Options: Option A, 1819, Option B, 1919, Option C, 1918, Option D, 1917. The right answer is the poem was composed in the year 1918, that is the ending of the First World War. Now, question number 3. The poem Strengths Meeting was published in the year. Options: Option A, 1919, Option B, 1918, Option C, 1920, Option D, 1917. The right answer is the poem Strengths Meeting was published in the year. Option A, 1919. So, question number 4. The poem Strengths Meeting was set in. Options: Option A, underground. Option B, behind the ground curtain of war. Option C, in the atmosphere of battle. Option D, in a dark underground tunnel. The Strengths Meeting, the poem, was set in. That is, the blueprint of the poem was set in, definitely option D, in a dark underground tunnel. Now, question number 5. The central theme of the poem Strengths Meeting is. The central theme. You know the central theme of the poem, but you have to give the answer on the basis of the options. If my options do not match with you, don't worry. You have to give the answer on the basis of the options, not your mentality. Now, options: Option A, the futility of war. Option B, the horrors of upcoming war. Option C, a Strengths Meeting. Option D, the destruction of war. The central theme of the poem is definitely option A, the futility of war. Lots of candidates argued with me, contradicted with me, that your option does not match with my option. Does not matter. You should go through the text, and after going through the text, you will definitely understand that the right answer is the futility of war. Of course, Strengths Meeting. Of course, the destruction of war. Of course, the horrors of upcoming war. But what is the most appropriate answer? What is the most appropriate option? All the B, C, and D answers are in the option A, the futility of war. And that's why the most appropriate answer is A. Now, question number 6. The rhyme scheme of the poem is options. Option A. Option A, Kids Rima. Option B, monorhyme. Option C, a para-rhyme. Option D, same rhyme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is unique answer. Definitely option C, a para-rhyme. Now, question number 7. What symbolic meaning? What symbolic meaning bears the word tigress? You should understand the question first. What is the meaning of the word tigress? And what is the symbolic meaning of the word tigress? You have to differentiate the symbolic meaning and the surface meaning of the tigress. So your mind is set the tigress meaning, but question is asked. You are wanted to know the symbolic meaning, and that's why to go through the options on the basis of the question. Option A, the ferocious attitude of a tigress. Option B, the relentless nature of war. Option C, the attacking attitude of the soldiers. Option D, the ferocious consequences of war. The, the symbolic meaning of the tigress is option B. The relentless means the cruel nature of war. Yeah, all the options are right. All the options are in the option C, but the intensity of the option C is not in the another options rather than C. So the most appropriate answer is attacking attitude of the soldiers. Lots of students, lots of candidates may argue with me that option option A, option option C, option D, all the answers are correct. Lots of students already argued with me that your options are very much what one say terrific. You don't worry. The upcoming exam, after a lot of span of time, after a long period of time, at least 11 or 12 years, what kind of competition would be in 2025? You can't imagine. Only the students who can understand, who are now in a peak form, are very much eligible to grab the job in this exam. They will understand that upcoming exam will be very, very difficult. And the nearest options are very much trending. That's why you need not worry that your options are terrific. Someone viewer said that your options are terrific. Another viewer told me that, commented that either your options are authenticated by books or your own personal opinion. Don't worry. Wilfred Owen and me, Abhishek sir, is not the same. Definitely, the options are on the basis of the text after going through the text thoroughly. So don't worry that the options are my personal opinion. Now, option number 8. What does the word well represent in the poem's transmitting? Options. Option A, it represents the wells to be buried the dead bodies. Option B, it represents the sweat meshes. Option C, it represents the secret to recover the wound. Option D, it represents the potentials for healing and reconciliation. Wells represent here. Option B, it represents the potentials for healing and reconciliation. Wells here represents the healing and reconciliation after giving the sweet message. That is not the not by the battle, but the sweet message. And that's why the healing and the reconciliation is referred by the word wells. Next question number 9. How many stanzas were there or are there in the poem's transmitting options? Option A, the poem is a single para. Option B, the poem is consisted of two paras. Option C, the poem is consisted of broken many paras. Option D, it's apparently unbroken three para poem. The right answer is option A. The poem is a single para, unbroken. The poem is unbroken single para. This is this is not the traditional poems and the other poems. It's a completely different poems. There is no poem. There is no any another para, but only one para and the unbroken. The word should be written unbroken single para. Now, question number 10. The name of the hospital where he was lying and wrote the poem. The poet The poet involved in the war, participated in the war, and he was hospitalized. And lying on the hospital bed, he wrote this poem. Now, question is, what is the name of the hospital? Options. Option A, Take Lockhart. Option B, Edinburgh. Option C, Royal London Hospital. Option D, Guy Hospital or Guy's Hospital. Answer is option A, Take Lockhart. The poet was lying on the bed of Take Lockhart Hospital. Very much important question. Net set exam. This question was set in the different exam. So very important question. Now question number 11. The person who inspired to write the poem Strange Meeting. Who inspired? Options. Option A, Rupert Brooke. Option B, P.B. Shelley. Option C, Siegfried Sassoon. Option D, Robert Graves. Right answer is option C, Siegfried Sassoon. You know, Siegfried Sassoon was the very much inspiration of the poet Wilfred Owen. Now, question number 12. Wilfred Owen started his career as a poet of option A, romantic poetry. Option B, Gothic romance. Option C, Victorian poetry. Option D, metaphysical poetry. Wilfred Owen was a renowned poet of war poets, but at the very beginning, he was not a war poet. How his career was started? His career was started. Option A, romantic poetry. Now, question number 13. Yet also encompassed slippers grown here. Why did the poet use the word yet? Options. Option A, they were has is mistakenly printed. They were huddled together even after death. Option B, though they were not in the battlefield, they were in pain. Option C, they were get experiencing in the pain and horror, though they away from the battlefield. Option D, they were still alive. The poet used the word yet means because option C, they they were get experiencing in the pain and horror. Though they away from the battlefield, we know that that's the meeting between German soldier and the British soldier were in a strange meeting under a tunnel, dark tunnel. They were far away from the battle, yet they are experiencing pain. They should not experience in pain. Though they were away from the battle, but yet they were experiencing the battle. That's why the poet or the soldier expressed or uttered the word yet. Now, question number 14. Allegorical meaning of the phrase. Allegorical meaning of the phrase. Profound dull tunnel in the poem strange meeting. Here, profound to poem should be covered with inverted comma. Profound dull tunnel in the poem. The allegorical meaning of the phrase is option A, it is dreadful trains. Option B, it is a deep underground tunnel. Option C, it's a place where everyone must go after death. Option D, it's a dark underground chamber resembling hell. The right answer is option D. It's a dark underground chamber resembling hell. Profound dull tunnel here. They are in the underground dull tunnel chamber. It it seems to this kind of place not in the earth. It must be. It is generally found in the hill, and that's why the illogical meaning of the phrase is they are definitely in the hell, resembling hell. Now, question number 15. What was the truth that the poet wanted to tell through that mouth of the dead soldier? What message, what message did the poet want to convey to the mouth of the dead soldier? Option A, it is a pity. Option B, it's the deepest truth about the wanton waste that war brings. Option C, it's the message of the German soldier. Option D, it's the deepest truth behind the curtain of the success of war. Mouthpiece of the soldier, the mouthpiece of the poet wanted to convey. The right answer is option B. Is the deepest truth about the wanton waste that war brings. That message is conveyed by the soldier, and the speaker is definitely the poet, and the mouth speaker is the dead soldier. Now, question number 16 in the line, to miss the march of this retreating world. Here, retreating world is a word which is devoid of lots of students. After reading the line, after reading the just superficial reading the line, proceed to give the answer. No, you have to understand what what exact answer is wanted. There must be a twist in the question. You have to find out the twist, and then you should go through the options. Option A, modernity and technology. Humanity and civility. Option C, humanity and modernity. Option D, pride and prejudice. Here, here, the world which is devoid of option D, humanity and civility, because one man can how kill another soldier or man without any enmity. One soldier does not know another one, yet they proceed to kill one another. How is it possible? Because they are devoid of no such any kind of humanity and civility, and that's why they are they are in deep deep involvement to kill one another. Now, question number 17. What does the poet want to mean mastery in the line I had mastery? Options. Option A, the poet's ability to defend war. Option B, the poet's ability to defend war, to disclose the suffering in hell. Option C, the poet's ability to defend war, to avoid war. Option D, the poet's ability to defend war, to disclose the reality of war. Mastery implies. Right answer is the poet's ability to defend war, to disclose the reality of war. The poet possessed the quality to defend, to disclose the actual history, the actuality of war, what actually war bears, can be told by the. This is the message that is hinted by the phrase. Now, question number 18. What does the poet want to say by tightening words? Options. Option A, World War One. Option B, World War Two. Option C, Germany versus England war. Option D, the massive scale and devastating impact of wars throughout the history. 18 words signifies option D is the correct answer. Lots of words are have being held or occurred throughout the history. Gigantic word, colossal word, that words are hinted at by the phrase Titanic words. Now, question 19. Fill in the blank with the appropriate word given in the options. The line. or discontent boil bloody dash be spilled, or discontent boil bloody dash be spilled. Options: option A, but; option B, yet; option C, for; option D, and. The right answer is, right answer, it is a unique answer. Or discontent boil bloody and be spilled. To go through the text, word by word, line to line. Such kind of questions can be set in your exam. So you must get prepared. Next question 20. Wilfred Owen discarded the options. Option A, unusual romantic notions about war. Option B, usual romantic notions about war. Option C, the reality of war. Option D, the mentality of the warmongers. The right answer is, Wilfred Owen discarded the option B, usual romantic notions about war. What's the usual romantic notions about war? Modern people are very much romantic thinking about the war. India, India must attack Pakistan. India must attack China, attack the another enemy countries. Lots of people, uncountable people want to involve war. They think that it is nothing but romanticism, but they don't know what war actually brings. Actually, war brings the brutality, cruelty, loss of property, humanity, and civility. What God, what God gives to love and be loved is the real thing, is discarded by the poet Wilfred Owen by the poem Strange Meeting. Now, question 21. According to Owen, war offers. What does war actually offer to us? Options. Option A, a mitigated insult to humanity. Option B, an unmitigated insult to humanity. Option C, an insult of the leaders to humanity. Option D, an insult of technological development. The right answer is option B, an unmitigated insult to humanity, because God has sent us to this world only one purpose: to love and be loved. But after coming into the world, after coming into the power of a supreme authority of a country or the nation, the leaders forget all about humanity. This is nothing but insult to humanity. Now, question number 22. What message does the poet want to convey by the poem Strange Meeting? Lots of students may think that same question was repeated. No, different questions, different questions have different intensity. Different questions have different target or the motto or the aim or the message. You have to answer the on the basis of the options. Now, question options. Option A, the loss of humanity due to war. Option B, the loss of property and peace. Option C, the loss of fraternity due to war. Option D, the loss of peace and tranquility due to war. The message the poet want to convey to the poem, the Strange Meeting, is option A, the loss of humanity due to war. Almost all the answers are correct. But you have to choose, you have to select, you have to dark the circle, the most appropriate among the options, not from your mentality or your mind or your preparation. You have to choose the most appropriate from the appropriate answers. Means there are lots of options, make correct or right, but you have to select the most appropriate among all. Now, question 23. What was the reaction of the German soldier when he recognized the British soldier? What was the reaction? Options. Option A, he accused him blatantly. Option B, he became furious to meet him. Option C, he expressed the enmity latent in his mind. Option D, he smiled him with a piteous recognition. Option right answer is option D. As soon as a German soldier recognizes the British soldier, He smiled him with a piteous recognition. Now, why, what kind of pity, why he expressed pity, and what was the later conversation, all can be discussed in the later videos if you demand me. All such kind of expression, sentences, words, or passages can be can be discussed elaborately if you demand, if you want, if you have the keen interest to know. Definitely, I will provide in the next class. Next question number 24. What message did the German soldier express when the when he stated this should be replaced by he? Stated, let us sleep now. Once again, what message did the German soldier expresses when he stated let us sleep now? Options. Option A, it tells death is the ultimate truth. Option B, it tells brotherhood is the ultimate truth. Option C, it tells death the soldier find eternal rest in death after war. Option D, it tells enmity ends in sleep. Let us sleep now. To this statement, the German soldier wanted to tell us. Option C, it tells us, it tells, it tells death the soldier find. That is, after the death of the soldier would find eternal rest, the permanent rest in death. War. Now, question 25. The expression none will break ranks means here inverted commas should be started none to ranks. Means option A, none will show courage to revolt. B, none will be able to stop war. Option C, none will come to tell the real truth. Option D, none will withdraw militarism. This is a very, very important question. Right answer is all the options are correct. Definitely, none will show courage to revolt. Right answer. None will be able to stop war. Also correct answer. None will come to tell the real truth. Nobody will come because after going to the death or battlefield, no one will return. Will die, and that's why no one will come to tell the real truth. But he is among the all the most appropriate answer. None will should be will withdraw militarism. No man, no leader will come and tell, no, no, I will not. No, no, I will not continue the war. I will break the ranks. I will break the militarism. I will break the shibboleth or the philosophy to involve war, to involve more war, and the more we will powerful, I will stop this philosophy. That is referred to here where we break ranks. I will stop militarism. I will stop war. No will come and withdraw. Militarism is the correct answer. Now, question 26. What does the poet want to mean? Shepherds groaned. Option A. Shepherds of Greek mythology were groaning in pain. Option B. The poet and his enemy friend were sleeping and groaning in pain. Option C. The sleeping people are groaning in pain. Option D. The dead soldiers are groaning. Shepherds groan here means the right answer is option B. The poet and his enemy friend were sleeping and groaning in pain in the underground dark tunnel. Question number 27. What does the dead soldier want to say by courage was mine and I had a mystery? Option A, he was capable enough to escape the battlefield. Option B, he had the courage to bring peace. Option C, he had the power to stop war. Option D, he had qualities that were spoiled by the war. The right answer is option D, he had qualities that were spoiled by the war. If the soldier were not died in the battlefield, he will go and wills with the sweet will, not by war, but by the sweet will. but that will not be happened or held because of his untimely or premature death. And that's why he had the qualities. That qualities were spoiled or destroyed by the war. Now, question 28. What literary device is used by the poet in the line, I am the enemy you killed, my friend? This is the most important line. This is the most very, very tragic line. This is the most pathos. The poet's pathos are over flooded by this line. I'm the enemy you killed, my friend, my friend. You and me, you don't know me, I know you. It signifies that we have no any enmity. We are not friends, but at the same time, you don't have enmity, but you feel a friend. Option A, irony. Option B, hyperbole. Option C, metaphor. Option D, fun. This is nothing but option D, irony. Now, question 29. What does the phrase dead smile imply in the poem? Dead smile. Options. Option A, ultimate attitude of a soldier. Option B, frustration of the dead soldier. Option C, a posture of victory over the poet. Option C. So D, a recognition of the futility and the brutality of war. Dead smile implies a recognition of the futility and the brutality of war. Now, question number 30 is the last question of the set. Does the poet want to convey by the phrase face of war? Face of war implies options. Option A, toll of life. Option B, levies exacted after the war. Option C, the high expenses imposed upon the people as tax. Option D, the consequence of brutality. Right answer is all the options are correct, but the most appropriate answer is levies exacted after the war. This is all about the most important question, 30 questions. In another video, for set 1, already I posted another 30 questions where today is 30 questions. 60 questions are very, very important. Nobody will escape. Nobody will face any kind of difficulties if he or she will completely go through these 60 questions. And after going through the text also, on this poem also elaborately described or elaborately given by me in the channel friends meeting. Uh, today, today I tried my level best to discuss the most important questions, the contradictory questions, the difficult questions, or the questions which bear the contradictory ideas or confusion. This video is longer than the another videos. If you don't like such kind of explanation or elaboration or such kind of explanation or discussion, please mention in the next videos. I will never discuss. I will just give the questions, options, and answer. And if you like such kind of explanation, please mention. And if you respond, if you respond, my my effort will be much more better. My mind will be sharpened. My mind will be enthusiastic, much more enthusiastic only by your response, by commenting and give a like. Goodbye.